Hey up guys, Arron here. I'm back with another video of Medieval Engineers, and this time I am going to be covering the component blocks that you would use to make some of the siege equipment and the workshop I've made, as well as reinforcing structures and other things, what else you can use it for really. So the first up is timber. Now this is basically a single block, well it's a single object, and you can use these to basically make all of these frames, and they come in multiple variations. So if you scroll up you'll see there are loads of variations, anywhere from 1 to 10, so 10 across all the way down to 1, like that. You can also, if you want, you can hold, so if you put one down, hold control and drag, and you can do it that way as well, but the textures aren't as good like that, because obviously it's just repeating the same block over multiple times. If you do that, if you look, the texture's nice and smooth across there. So we've got these things, wooden blocks like that. I can rotate them up like that. We've got these angle blocks, which you can do stuff like this to reinforce it. You can also change the size, so there are large versions as well, so I can put this one on here like that, so we've got the large version there. Again, you can also rotate these in weird angles like so. So if you look one compared to the other there, one of them is in fact flush with the, whoa, that annoys me now, especially because it pushes you so far away and you just keep drifting, slowly drifting. Yeah, so that's flush with the floor and flush with the pole. Well, that one would not be flush with the floor and the pole, but you would use it for maybe something like I don't know, like that. But yeah, so you can actually make things out of multiple individual components like that. There we go. So we've got one of those, we've got these. Now we've also got these, which are the catch blocks. Now what these catch blocks are basically axles. You can think of that, rotations, rotors. So if I do something like this, you can see it does rotate, and you can also, it's got some sort of springy action to it as well. And what you can do is, if I prop that up on here and go like this, you mouse over the middle and it'll eventually appear will the block, rotate it into the right position, whoops, and I've got this next block which is the wheel block. And if I rotate that around and put it on there, we now have a rotating wheel. Although it's not very easy to rotate, but you can see it has rotated. Another thing we can add on is this thing called the turn wheel cross, kind of like you find like a pirate ship, but not really. And you can actually apply these to here as well. So if I put this one on the back and I hit T, you can actually rotate blocks with it, although for some reason it doesn't want to rotate. That's unusual. Why are you not rotating? There we go, that's rotating. Vroom. And it rotates very quickly. Now if you tap T, it rotates one way. If you hold shift and you hit T, it rotates the other way, so you can actually change the direction of rotation, which is cool. You can also hold control and T to spin it quicker. Not that you would need to spin it any quicker than that, because that is bloody fast. In fact, can I put a wheel on that side? Yeah, I don't seem to be able to put a wheel on that side, don't know why. Right. How about now? No. No idea why. Do that. It's a bit silly. Anyway. Oh, there we go. I believe the reason why it won't turn is because the wheel is actually, the collision's having issues there. I'll put a cross beam. I'll put a thing on there. You can see it rotates, like, which is pretty damn awesome. So that's the catch block. Next up we have the rope drum. So if we put one of these catch blocks down and we stick one of these on here and put one of these on here, I recommend bracing it from the other side, but for this demonstration I will just use this. Put one of these on. If you rotate that, you see the rotor drum rotates, and that will allow you to actually move things. So let's say I put down one of these, hitting J to build in dynamic mode. Yeah, like that. Put one of these down, so that's now dynamic. I can knock it about, and I'm going to just get one of these rope endings, which is basically what you attach rope to. Attach it to there. Hit T. Hit T. It links them together, and if I move this, it'll in fact pull the rope in like that. And if I wanted to, I could release the rope by rotating it the other way, and it should move away, sort of. Ah, okay, maybe not. Yeah, you get the idea. You get the idea. So that's how you actually create drawbridges and pulleys. That's how I've got this system over here. If you look, I've got a rope drum pulling the sort of swinging arm down. I'm also using these rope ends to connect rope between each other, allowing it to sort of maintain some sort of tension there so that it doesn't collapse under any stress or anything like that. So that's the rope drum. I would recommend bracing from the other side. The other thing as well is you can add multiple ones in a row, so if I want I could do this, add another one, and then do this, and I'll add one more block there, and I'll add another block there, and whoops, what did that go? It's on the floor. So now they're both connected at both ends, and if I rotate it, you see both of them are actually rotating. So you could have multiple things on here. So I could have one thing attached to it, one thing attached to another thing. I don't know. You could do all sorts of things. Thing. Now we've got this, which is the lock catch block. Now what this lets you do is it allows you to rotate it one way and then prevent it from rotating the other way, I believe. Although I've had issues with trying to get this to work all the time. So, oh, the lovely music. Oh, shit. No, stop it. So, let's just have a look at this block. Now you can see it's got a sort of a locking mechanism, so it allows rotation one way but not the other way, and you can in fact engage and disengage it. So at the moment it's disengaged. When I do that, it's now engaged, and it will prevent rotation a certain way. So if I attach something like, not that, you can see it won't allow me to rotate it, but I can rotate it the other way, because obviously it will rotate against the lock but not with the lock. If I do that, it now rotates both ways. Now what you can do, if you wanted to, is you could set up a system whereby you have one of these locks on both ends, and if I do this, I believe this would mean just delete that and allow it to reset like that. That did not work. Oh. Like that. Now they should be both connected, but I don't think they are they? No, they're not. It's not connected for some reason, so what I'm going to have to do is redo this. Like that. So if you look, it's now connected. So if I put one of these on this end, I can't rotate it that way, but I can rotate it that way. If I hit that, I now should not be able to rotate it either way, because one of them is preventing rotation one way and the other one is preventing rotation the other way. So you could in fact have these to prevent something from moving at all, or you could disengage that and now it'll rotate one way but not the other way from both sides. Or now it will rotate either way regardless. Or I could go over here again and then I could lock this one, and now it rotates one way but not the other way, but it's in fact rotating the other way. So it rotates that way but not that way. Yeah, I hope you sort of understand what I'm trying to say. The next block up we've got is the rotor. Now this is basically how I made my windmill machine and the fake windmill. Now if you place that down and you mouse over it and you click, it turns on and it starts rotating, but it's going to have probably issues with the floor because of the collision. Now what I can show you is if I build something like, I'll probably use these. So if I do something like this, that's actually not what I wanted. I wanted that. So when I try and build on there, it pushes it forward. Oh, no, I've done it wrong again. Sorry. This is what I meant. Whew. So, this rotor is now being held up by these walls, not the back walls, or the these walls. Just these walls. And if I let it rotate, if you look on the back, there is in fact a place where you can attach something. So if I go like this, and I stretch this out, I now have rotation power. I have power that I can apply to things. So if I wanted to, I could, for example, extend this out, extend this out. Hey, stop it! No. Stop it. This is hard. You know what? Right. Stop it. Stop it. Right. Extend this out. I like doing this. So I'll put one of these on. Extend this out like this. And put something like this. Give it a nudge. Create cool contraptions. And click. So I'm now effectively, in some ways, I could sort of create lateral motion with rotation. So that's going to break when it does this. Oh, spin. But yeah, kind of cool. So we've got that working now. I'll just leave that running in the background, that's fine. So I did show you the rope endings. You can attach them to all sorts of surfaces. I could attach one here. I could even probably attach one here. Attach that rope to there. And the rope has actually stopped it. And I can release it like that. Could do all sorts. I could attach... You can attach all sorts of things together, really. Let's do that. Oh, no, I don't mean that. I mean a dynamic one. And then go back into normal mode by hitting J. J lets you toggle between dynamic and static. So I can click on there. And there we go. We've got like an automatic crane or something. And it's going to lag out, it's going to... Oh, no, it stopped this time. And it exploded. Right, well, things happen in the name of science. So, that's those blocks. I'll just clear these out. I don't know if I might need some of these again. We've got the catapult head, we've got the windmill blade, and we've also got the rope torsion spring, which I hate. It is my enemy. So we've got the... catapult head, which, as you can guess, you attach to things and create catapults. Although, obviously, in this situation, that's not going to create a catapult; it's just going to rotate. But you could make use of it as like a giant spoon or something. I don't know. But yeah, so you could attach it to the end of here, have that fling. You can put physical objects in it like that. I could put that inside the inside that, and it would hold it. You use that for making catapults. We've got these windmill blades which you can attach. I'll just do a really shit attachment. Right. Yay, let's look at my windmill. So it really doesn't like being anything attached really to the front of it. But yeah, it's just windmill blades. It's just a decorative item at the moment. It doesn't actually do anything because that rotates with it or without it. Although not on the front. Not on the front. Now, I'll make use of these things over here. We've got this, which is the torsion, rope torsion spring. So it's rope under tension, which is basically just a spring. So I can attach these there, get a rope ending, and attach this on here, attach this rope to this, and if I use this to pull it back, you can see that it's actually pulling it back and creating potential energy, which is now stored in this spring. And when I release it, it springs forward. That's how you can use to make catapults, ballista, traps, launch pads, I don't know, quick release doors or something. I don't know, you could do all sorts with that really. I've seen some really cool creations with that. I've also used that in my castle to make a spring trap. But unfortunately, for some reason for me, the springs, I can't seem to pull that further back. It only seems to go 90 degrees. Now I don't know whether that's just that's how far it's supposed to go back. It's not supposed to go back anymore. But yeah, none of these, by the way, any of these blocks have variations, scroll variations. Next up we've got the weight blocks. Now these just add physical weight, which is how I've got my setup here. So if I release that, give it a nudge, you'll see that that swings up like that. That's because this is full of weights. Just adds, it literally does what it says. It adds weight. So we've covered timber diagonal, we've got weights, rope drums, turn cross wheels, rope endings, catapult heads, windmill blades. Now we've got these projectiles that we can do. Now the projectiles allow you to place these, you can place these in the world. There's a variation, large and small. But you can also then hit J and go into dynamic mode, and now you've got these, and you can kick them about, so you can play a game of football. So that's got a very dangerous game of football. Probably break your toes on these. Goal! Not really. And they've also got physics, so you can just spam these and let them roll down a hill. That's what we're doing now. And they do gain quite a lot of speed. And it's just interesting to watch them. Following the terrain. They can destroy trees as well if they gain enough speed. It's just interesting to watch. I love the forested areas, but at the moment you can't really delete the trees, as far as I'm aware. Can you delete the can you delete the trees? No, you can't delete the trees. Of course you can. But yeah, so that's the cannonballs. Let's see, have I missed anything? I suppose I could just show off these different tabs as well. So we've got the all blocks, we've got these, which are the character tools. So these are basically, you can throw these projectiles. No animations, no general blocks, and we've got these. So we've got the box, we've got the capsule, we've got the ramp, we've got the sphere, and we've got the terrain auto level. So first up is the large projectile thrower. So this is those large projectiles apart from a throwable version. If you left click, you just gently throw it. If you hold it, you charge up and then you release it and it blows up everything. It just all gone. So if I do that, no. Ooh. They went far. So yeah, you can do some cool stuff in that. You've got the small versions as well, they don't do as much damage. but that's still cool. Next up we've got these, which are the voxel hands. Now left click places and right click deletes, simple as. If you use the square brackets you can change the material, so we've got these different materials here. Look. You can create perfect cubes with them, that's cool. And you can change the size in the options here, so if you click on one of these you can change the size of it. I'll leave them for now. We've got the capsule with the different materials again, so that's cool. We've got the ramp version, which literally just adds a ramp of whatever material you've chosen. You can rotate these as well, so you can do like and you can actually rotate while you use them as well, which is kind of a cool feature. So if I want, I can click here and click rotate and it's going to make a weird shape like that. Click here and rotate that. And you can rotate while you move them. Do some weird patterns like that. We've got this, the sphere. You can rotate and move along with these while you paint. That. And the last we've got is the auto level, and basically this does is when I start clicking it will just drag out, and you can't move it up and down, it just creates a flat piece of terrain like that. So if I go back here, but I don't think this can be rotated now, it literally just levels the terrain like that. So for creating flat pieces of terrain, if you want to build something on it without worrying about all the lumps and bumps in the terrain, but the thing is I prefer not messing with these terrain tools, to be honest, because the idea is that when you build a castle you don't want to build it on perfectly flat land, you want the challenge of building it into a cool mountain or on the hills and stuff like that. It's okay if you're wanting to do like a test area or something like that, or you want to just mess. So yeah, that's the voxel hands. I wasn't actually planning on doing the video with those in because I don't plan on using them that much, to be honest, but yeah, they're there for terrain sculpting if you want, although at the moment there's no option for a smooth. I'd like it if they added a smooth voxel hand thing, so it didn't actually create anything, it was literally just a sphere smooth, or maybe a variation. So actually is there an option? Middle click maybe? Middle click paints, right click removes. But it's not very smooth. Alt? No. It just seems like there is no option to smooth at the moment. But you can just paint if you want. So you could paint like roads and stuff. Which is cool. So yeah, I hope you've found this useful, guys. It's just been, you know, a short. Well, I'm gonna say it was a short video. It's not a short video at all. It's probably about 3 hours long. Okay, not 3 hours long. That's a bit exaggerated. Oh, we've created life. But yeah, just a quick overview of some of the blocks and well, basically all the blocks actually, all the tools, everything. Overview of everything. You can hit G and you've got this, you've got the search bar up there, you can assign them to your hotbar by right clicking like this, or you can drag them if you want. You can drag, oh, I want that one there. No terrain deformation yet, but that would be nice if you could do that. The other thing as well is these don't seem to have structural integrity. Like if I've destroyed all this, these don't seem to actually break under their own weight or anything. Like that should have fallen by now. And that's gone absolutely berserk. But yeah, I hope you found this video useful. I keep saying that, I keep like going off on one, don't I? I keep going off on one. I hope you found the video useful. I'd appreciate any feedback on the videos. Do you want me to talk slower? Do you want to... I know I need to work on things. I often talk a bit too quickly, and I also move around the camera a lot, but it's just like a weird habit that I've got. I hope you found the video useful, guys. I'd appreciate any feedback and comments. And don't forget as well to like the video if you found it helpful, so I know that I'm doing the right thing. And also, if you subscribe, then as I bring out more videos, it'll keep you informed and you'll know when there's some new stuff out. I plan on doing patch notes and stuff, but at the moment the patches are just minor fixes, so I probably won't bother with stuff like now the ropes work. Although actually, if the ropes do start working, I will do a video on showing how the ropes work properly. But you know, minor updates I won't do videos on. I'm also planning on improving my castle, castle numero 2. I have no idea what I want to call it. But once the ropes are all working, I plan on getting siege equipment all on the walls and some more traps. I do want to have a go at making a lift, but not using ropes, but in fact using the windmill power, so I'm going to set up a windmill and have that powering the base as well. These are all my plans. Whether or not this ends up working or not, how long it'll take for these other updates to come out, who knows. Well, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. It just cut off and the game crashed. I don't know what I did. I just blew something up and it crashed. You've probably seen the video when it cuts. Yeah, as I was saying, you know, I've got plans for improving this castle. I'm pretty happy with how it looks at the moment. And I know these don't work properly, do they? Oh. Oh, okay. Well, the ropes are working now. So yeah, update news, guys. The ropes working now. I'm joking, they might not actually working. That might just be it's fixed itself somehow. But yeah, I am planning on doing some more videos on all sorts, really. So, you know, if you like and subscribe, it'll keep you informed of any updates and stuff like that. I really do appreciate everybody's people's comments, and I appreciate you guys watching my videos. I've done videos for other games before, but in all honesty, I've never had a game like this where I felt like I really just want to keep playing it. I don't want to stop, and I've got work in in a day or so, and I kind of want more time off to just play it. The last time I had this sort of an experience was when I started playing World of Warcraft. When that first came out, that was amazing. And when Minecraft first released, I just loved that. I did play Space Engineers, and that was quite fun, but I don't know, I never got into it, and I'm the kind of guy who does like that sci-fi sort of stuff, but I just really love all the mechanisms you can build in here, and it's not like, oh, you've got electricity, you can make a motor. You have to actually think about things, and the structural integrity is really good. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Probably the 9th time I've said that now. God, just somebody punch me. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.